Hello, and welcome to DWTT. I'm Gary, and this is my channel. And this segment is my five, where we'll talk about five players that stood out today, and give you a little, my thoughts on them. Hope you like the intro. This is a first go at this, so we'll see how this goes. All right, so first things first, let's take a little bit of a look at the lineup. We've got Leno in front of him, Bellerin holding Marie and Tierney, Jacques and El Neni, Odegaard, Saka, and Pepe made up the middle, and Aubameyang at the top. Um, I, I think we needed to get a rest for Saka, and Milsworth Rowe would have been my preferred, but they kept Saka out there, put Odegaard in, which I thought was pretty good, and had a Milsworth Rowe resting. So I kind of take that front four with Pepe. I figured it would be a good thing. The only issue is I didn't realize that Saka and Pepe would be on opposite sides of where they've been performing in the past. I don't think that worked for the team. Didn't look right to me. So I had a problem with that. You kind of put players out of position and you don't get what you want. The bench once again was strong with that, so I guess that makes it okay. Martinelli, Lacazette, and Smith Rowe there. El Neni and Jacques in the middle. That was a little bit iffy for me, especially against this team. Uh, the best team in the league, and you put your midfield in like this, I think that's going to be a hard sell for most people. I don't think that was going to be a good thing, and we saw what happened. Uh, yeah, Holding and Marie, many said was a really good pairing for us. We'll see how they do in this game. And then Bellerin and Tierney. Okay, I can get Tierney coming back, but I would like to have seen Cedric out there on the right. Leno in goal is, do we arrest him or not? That's the question. All right, so that's kind of what I saw there. The game, once again, within the first 2 minutes, it seemed like the game was over, and we let it go from there. We didn't get anything back. It didn't seem like the players had a thought that they would take over this game and try to get something out of it. No urgency, no sense of urgency from the team, no leadership pushing them through. It was just not a good game for us, and it showed. All right, so that's kind of it. It's a really tough game. I mean, as I go through this, I'll touch on kind of the game as well when I talk about the five. But there was we just weren't prepared for this game. Showed in the first 2 minutes, and it showed throughout. I mean, we lost the ball so many times. It's hard to get any kind of possession when you're turning the ball over and over and over again. It just was not a good thing. All right, so let's get into my five. All right, so all right, so here we go. All right. All right, so as you can see, there's my five right above me, and let's go through it. All right, first up, Kieran Tierney. He's coming back from his injury, so expect him to be a little rusty. He was rusty in the last game when he came in at the end, and in this one, you could see he's still a little rusty. He just wasn't the Kieran Tierney that we needed, but we need him to get back at some point. So this is the game they decided to bring him in to give him a full 90. Uh, then there you go. So we'll take that. He had some good, his movement looked good, but his finishing was really bad. He lost the ball on the outside. Some of his crosses just weren't right. If he's going to get better the more he plays, then I'll take that from him. But this is a game many would say wasn't really something we were looking to win, but it was a game that we were looking to kind of at least build on for the next game. Tierney hopefully has done that. I don't think it was a good game for him in general, but I think coming back from the injury, I think we will take this right now. All right, so next up is Bamiyang. I think it was telling from his first touch. He misread the ball with a with Erdegar and gave the ball away right in midfield. With nothing happened to it, but it just wasn't. It was kind of the start of a trend for the rest of the game. I mean, pretty much the touch for all of the players was off. He didn't seem too interested. I mean, he was running around like, like crazy in a lot of the games in the last game. This one just did not seem like it. I mean, the press that he was running, it just seemed like he was doing a lot of walking. Just doing a lot of walking, just not really into the game. We needed to get something out of him. We didn't. I mean, the telling sign is when Stones pretty much pushed him down, and he just was laid there. I don't know if he was surprised or what, but he should have been a little bit upset about that. Why is a play able to do that to him? And that kind of was what happened to the team. We just kind of got pushed over, just not to the floor, and he took a little while to get back up, and we did as well, and we saw that throughout the game. Uh, that's it for, so Aubameyang just didn't show up today. We needed more from him. I needed a little bit more energy from him. We just didn't see it. It just was not a good sign for him going forward. So we'll see if he plays in the next game. Um, if he wanted to build on what he did last game in terms of finishing, it just wasn't there. I don't even think he got that many opportunities to talk of. It was that kind of a game for us. I mean, we had what, 7 shots in the game, one on target, and he wasn't. I don't think he was part of much of that. So that's disappointing in itself. The one good shot we had was from Tierney that came from just inside the box or just outside the box, a long shot. Stung the goalie's hands a little bit, but didn't wasn't really putting them in danger much. Bamiyang shots, I don't remember much. I think he may have had a header that he tried to get on. He's just not a good in the air, and it just kind of did not work. So Bamiyang today just not really what we wanted to see. Next up is Holding. What can I say about Holding? The one thing I say about him is that he's seems to be a spectator for some of the worst things that happen on the field to us. We've seen it. He's right there, right in the middle of it. Once again, he's there again. Kieran Tierney, like I said, just wasn't into the game, and it kind of started with him. His pressure on the ball out there on the wing just gave the play as much time as he wanted. He didn't close him down, let him get close and close and close to the box, and by the time he put his cross in, Tierney was nowhere to be found. And that, the cross comes in, and you've got Holding and Bellerin right there with Sterling right behind him. And I know that Holding knew that Sterling was right behind him. I believe he reached out to try to touch him at one point just to get a feel of where he was. And he kind of moved away from him, which at that point was a bad sign because the cross came in and Holding just kind of was going in the wrong direction. And Sterling, the smallest guy on their team, was able to get a header in. I not there's no way Leno could get to that. It's just not going to happen. And at that point, he's expecting a little bit better from his defense, and it didn't happen. I expected some reaction from Leno. I would have liked to have seen that because I think we need it. Didn't happen. There you go. And this is, like I said, it's 270, as I see it, 77 seconds into the game this happens. Between Karen Tierney Holding, and I want to say it's not really Bellerin, but he was there to see it as well. Just between the three of them, not one of them was able to close down the offensive player, and they were able to get the header clean. Later on, Holding did, had some good defensive pressure on Sterling, but the damage had already been done, and by that point, I don't think City was really involved in the game much. It felt like a practice game to them. No pressure, no pressure on them because we weren't giving them anything to be worried about. So all in all, Holding, started out bad day. Maybe got better. It's hard to tell if what happened was Sterling, not Sterling, but Man City basically taking their foot off the gas and us doing the exact same, being content with a 1-0 loss. Pretty sad, pretty bad. I don't like that at all. Okay, next up, Erdiger came in, wanted to see him, see how he would do as a 10. Well, I guess we see what the difference is when we change our midfield. Not having Ceballos in there with Xhaka made a difference, I think. Um, it just did not look good in the midfield. I mean, I think we need better from our midfield. And then he can do it, but not with Xhaka. I think the two of them just don't. The pairing just doesn't work. And you could see it. Erdegaard barely got any time to get the ball forward. He had to come back pretty far to defend and get the ball. And by that time, you kind of lose that pressure that you want. Like most of the players, Erdegaard lost the ball in possession. I saw it from many players. Saka, you name it, everybody lost the ball. I mean, everyone had an opportunity to where they had possession of the ball and just lost it. So attention to detail, just not there. Sense of urgency, just not there as a team. Erdegaard, I think he did the best he could. I think he needed more service of the ball, and that just wasn't going to happen in a game like this with a team like this. We needed a little better ball security, and we just did not get that pretty much all around the field. And he needs to be able to get the ball at some point. And when he does, he's able to make some moves, but it just wasn't working today. So it's hard to kind of look at him and go, you know what, he had a bad day. I think he got his first start, but this is probably not, got his first start as a 10, by himself. No Mills Rowe there, and kind of looked lost with all the surrounding players around him just not performing. So, so it's hard to tell how that's going to go. All right, so next up is Marie. I kind of, like I said, looked at that Holding and Marie pairing and said, okay, it's worked for us in the past. What's it going to do today? Today, it broke down. I don't know. The structure of our defense kind of changed out of possession, so it looked like we went to a back three at that point. It didn't, as the game moved on, I don't know if that seemed to slow things down. I think they got that one opportunity. They got others, but just not as free moving. A lot of people closing down the ball later on, but a little the damage had been done by that time. I don't know if Marie and Holding are our best pairing. I think Gabriel and Louise are at this point. They work together. I would like to see Marie and Gabrielle play together at one point, so maybe we'll see that to see because I feel like those are our two best center backs. Maybe that will happen. Um, so yeah, Marie just didn't do it for me today, just like most of the team. Um, so that's it for the game. It's just a really bad game all around. Is there anything to build on for the next game? I don't think so, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. It's a big game. We need to find some positives out of this game. Uh, we talked about the man of the match. I think it was between Leno and Saka. Choose, it doesn't really matter which one. I think they both performed well in the game. Saka's always been a constant. Tedder, I think he kind of did not have a good day to game. Did a good day today. So that just it didn't work for whatever he was trying to do. Once again, his subs came in as too late. Too late. The 70th minute was when the first two subs came in. One was forced. Um, oh, I guess no. The first two subs came in. Mills Rowe and Laka came in for Odegaard and Pepe. That didn't really give us the push forward that we wanted. I would like to have seen Martinelli come in. He was on the bench ready to go. He hasn't played in a while. Why not play him? Next, Louise and Ceballos come in a little bit later. Holding got a hit on the head and had to be taken out, so we got to use the concussion substitution at that point. Later on, Ceballos comes in for El Neni. Many thought that should have been our starting pairing in the midfield. 86 minute for that sub. Why? Why? There's 4 minutes left in the game. It's not needed. So, like I said, all in all, the game was just a dud all around. Can we do better? Yes, we can. We're gonna have to. Thursday's game is gonna be pretty important to us. We're gonna have to do pretty good. We're gonna have to, change everything up that we did today and do it a little bit better. Um, what else do we have? Yes. So that was the game. Hope you enjoyed my analysis. I'm trying my hardest to find something positive to come out of it and kind of give you my feelings. I just just it didn't work today, and hopefully the players can find something to build on for the next game because we need it. We need to come out and hit them in the mouth. Benfica they need to be behind goals early in this one, or else the longer it stays close, the more they're gonna feel like they can get something out of this game, and we can't let them have that. We cannot let them have that. Um, so above here, you're gonna see. I show you my Twitter handle here. Don't waste a tweet. That's where you can reach me. Um, got a little outro here, so hopefully you like that as well. Let me know. Once again, subscribe and turn your notifications on so you get you get notified when I push this videos out. I'll try to do it right after the game, probably within 24 hours. Probably that night off late sometimes, like today. Um, that's it. So come on, you Gunners. And I'd like to leave you with these words. Life is a journey. Don't waste the trip. Enjoy the ride. All right. Okay, cool. So here we go with my next video. Hope you like this. This is kind of my outro. Hopefully you enjoy it. All right, thanks. Bye bye.